Caitlin Clark got a little get back at Kelsey Plum.
She was taking a shot, could not help but to drag Caitlin Clark through the glass as she did it.
0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
The WNBA is on a hot streak. They're finally turning.
Something just happened that has reignited the conversation surrounding Kelsey Plum and Caitlin Clark, and fans across the basketball world can't stop talking about it. Social media quickly filled with reactions, with many arguing that Clark responded to the criticism in the strongest way possible, not with words, but with her play on the court. The situation differently, making this one of the WNBA's most hotly debated storylines. As opinions continue to clash, one thing is certain, the discussion has taken on a life of its own. Stay with us until the end as we break down what happened, why it's generating so much attention, and what it could mean for both players. And if you enjoy WNBA news and analysis, don't forget to like the video.
You have sore losers and you have sore winners, and Kelsey Plum is both.
We want to blow them out. We're a lot better than them.
We're watching for the league. We're really watching for Caitlin Clark. Everyone's going to be making more because of Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the one bringing in the numbers.
Well, there's one that.
To understand why this story gained so much attention, we have to go back to where the conversation first began. For many fans, this wasn't simply about a disagreement between two players, it was about the growing spotlight surrounding Caitlin Clark and the changing landscape. Discussion picked up during WNBA All-Star Weekend, a celebration of the league that also featured renewed calls for higher player salaries through the Pay Us What You Owe Us campaign. Many fans supported those efforts, arguing that WNBA players deserve greater compensation as the league continues to grow. During a media session, comments made by Kelsey Plum sparked widespread discussion online, with some fans interpreting them as an indirect reference to Clark, while others argued they were broader remarks about the league and its future. That difference in interpretation quickly fueled one of the WNBA's biggest debates.
I don't tell, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
Or her actually making comments about Caitlin Clark's team not being at this meeting for the CBA.
Plum remarked that not everyone connected to Team Clark had participated in the players' efforts, and those comments quickly ignited debate across social media. Some fans interpreted the remarks as an indirect reference to Caitlin Clark, pointing to her enormous impact on television ratings, attendance, and overall interest in the WNBA. Others argued that Plum's comments were aimed more broadly at participation in the players' initiative rather than at Clark personally. The timing became another point of discussion, as Clark was not attending All-Star Weekend while recovering and managing her own circumstances. Even so, the conversation rapidly shifted toward her, fueling widespread speculation and making the story one of the most talked about topics in women's basketball. What happened next only intensified the debate.
Plum took a shot at Caitlin Clark during that whole thing about Team Clark wasn't very present for that.
To me, I thought that was a little dig at Caitlin. A lot of people definitely thought so.
Plum, she was taking a shot at Caitlin Clark's situation involving the Pay Us What You Owe Us.
Since entering the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has attracted enormous attention, helping drive record television audiences, increased ticket demand, and growing interest in women's basketball. Many fans and analysts believe her popularity has played a significant role in expanding the league's visibility and commercial momentum. In the wake of Plum's comments, social media quickly filled with reactions, with some critics arguing that the remarks unfairly targeted one of the league's biggest attractions. During the same media session, viewers also speculated about Sabrina Ionescu's reaction, while commentator Stacey King publicly questioned whether directing criticism toward one of the WNBA's most recognizable stars was productive. Whatever the intent behind the comments, the numbers surrounding the league's recent growth, from viewership to merchandise sales and business interest, have become a central part of the conversation. Subscribe now, because the most important part of this story is
couldn't help but to say that Caitlin Clark didn't join in on the T-shirt discussion.
This week they wore T-shirts saying, making a statement, you better pay us. But instead of just leaving it at that, Kelsey Plum for LA had to take a dig at Caitlin Clark. Here she is.
The T-shirt, just united front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for, and not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that.
Rather than responding through interviews or social media, Caitlin Clark chose to keep her focus on basketball. Many fans viewed that approach as a sign of confidence, allowing her performances to speak louder than any public debate. Around the same time, she continued expanding her partnership with Nike, reinforcing her status as one of the most marketable athletes in women's sports. Social media buzzed over posts and reactions involving both Clark and Kelsey Plum, with fans closely analyzing every interaction, but much of the discussion remained open to interpretation. Meanwhile, Clark's profile continued to rise. She remained at the center of record-breaking television audiences, strong ticket demand, and growing commercial interest surrounding the WNBA. Many supporters point to those trends as evidence of her significant impact on the league's visibility, while others note that the WNBA's growth reflects contributions from many players, teams, and ongoing investments across the league. Through it all, Clark has largely avoided public disputes, choosing instead to let her play and accomplishments shape the conversation. Whether fans agree or disagree with the debate, one thing is clear: Caitlin Clark remains one of the defining figures in the WNBA's remarkable period of growth. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below.